All right, guys, welcome to episode 189 of Open Your Toys Cast, the podcast dedicated to the four greatest action figure franchises of the 80s in all time. And those are Mr. Alias Angel Alias,
Master of the Universe, G.I. Joe, Transformer, and Star Wars.
Yeah. As you see, we've got our good friend Peter on with us, Mr. AAA. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
You mean Angel Alias Angel?
Yeah. Oh shit. Yeah, I literally had to look at the screen name on there to make sure I got it right when I introduced him. I'm so bad at that. You'd think I was dyslexic or something.
So that's like when you ask what's the four greatest franchises, I have to look on my wall and I look at my comic books. Because sometimes I think, oh shit, which order did I do it in? Did I skip one? And then I just look at the wall and I'm like, okay, I got this.
Hell yeah. If you want to kick it with us, this is the place we would love for you to do it. You can join live on YouTube and we can see your chat there in the right-hand side. So just post whenever you want to chime in. Rock does a great job at monitoring that while I do the show. You can also go to our webpage at openyourtoys.com. There at the top of the page, you'll find a link to the show notes. It has links to everything we're talking about today. Although we're going to show you mostly everything we're talking about. Where can people find you, Rock?
You can find me in Facebook on the groups, openupyourtoys.com, my eBay page, Rock DM, and of course the ever-growing YouTube sensation, Rock the Farting Dad. Just passed the 200 subscriber mark and 41,000 views.
Nice. I've had my YouTube for almost, I think 13 years now, and we're like just over 200. But hopefully that'll change as the live format gets a little bit more popular.
I just want to make a suggestion to Lotus. If he really wants to get the views, not only working on those animatronic robots, maybe make them fart too. Then he'll cover more spectrums and he'll get even more views. So farting robots, I think that's the way to go next.
Right on. What about you, AAA? Where can people find you?
You can find me on Facebook.com/aliasAngelAlias. You can visit the YouTube channel with all my old videos, but I won't be having any new ones. Just very time consuming. I can't believe how much time people put into those videos, and I just don't have that kind of time anymore. So yeah, just visit me on Facebook, Alias Angel Alias. That's it.
Hell yeah. And I'm so far behind on my YouTubing. Does Type V3, are they doing shows anymore? Are you on?
No, they the head runner is really busy with everything else, so
No. Understandable. All right. You can find us at on Facebook at facebook.com/group/openyourtoys. Small dedicated group there talking toys. If you just want to find out about the show, you can hit us up at facebook.com/openyourtoyscast. Again, those show notes will have links to how to subscribe to us through iTunes, Google Play, RSS, Stitcher Smart Radio. You can go old school and email us at team@openyourtoys.com, and I guess even more old school, you can go voicemail at 720-235-TOYS. That's 720-235-8697. All right, Rock, you had one hell of a week. You got something good to drink there?
Yeah, good old coffee. Yeah, I haven't been much partaking in the alcohol, but I will drink a nice cup of Hampton Classic watermelon blend though, with some sweet and low and half though.
Yeah. So what? I'm not a coffee drinker, but what are you like? 2 creams, 1 sugar, 2 sugars, 1 cream?
I like it a little light, so I put a little bit more half and half, but I got 1 sweet and low is enough. I think it's just that cancer sugar is so powerful. 1 is enough. It doesn't matter how big a container, 1's enough. Unlike my wife, she puts the French vanilla in and 2 or 3 sweet and low in like a crappy cup. Oh, I can't. I took a sip of it one time. I couldn't drink it.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
What about you, Peter? You got anything good to drink over there?
Actually, no. It's just got water here. I'm following Lotus.
Yep.
What's with these water guys? Come on, man.
No, man.
He's with us. Partly.
I need to get Miss McFavorite back on here so somebody will actually drink with me. I feel like an alcoholic. Hey, Jeremy's joined us. Welcome, Jeremy. Good to see you, brother. Jeremy started his YouTube channel as well with the pandemic. Does some really cool reviews with I'm assuming wife. I'm not sure.
Girlfriend could be too.
Yeah.
I subscribe to his channel. Watch his videos. Pretty cool.
Yeah, and I'm just so fucking far behind on everything, man. I'll tell you what. All right, what I am drinking is I splurged. I bought expensive beer this time. So this is from 10 Barrel Brewing Company. This is Crush Cucumber Sour. So here, at least in Denver, sours have become a really big thing. We have one bar that's all they serve are sour beers. And let's see, all it says is drink beer outside. So it's good. It was in a mixed 12 pack. It had strawberry, raspberry, and apricot. Strawberry and apricot, the cucumber is much better in my opinion. And I have not tried the raspberry yet, but it is yummy.
Sour beer just sounds weird to me.
It is weird. Trust me. I felt the same way when I first started drinking it. It's interesting. Like, it's definitely something you can't, like, sit down and drink a 6-pack of by any means. But, I have 1 or 2 at the most. So, and it was a splurge at $24 for a 12-pack. Let me tell you, Jesus. All right. Well, let's get into some motherfucking show news. Oh, I always forget to share my screen. Share the screen too. All right. First up, PowerCon postponed. So these were one of the guys that were trying to hang in there. This wasn't until August, but I think they just got to a point where they had to postpone it. It says it will return September 11th and 12th in 2021 at the Hilton Anaheim in Anaheim, California. They do mention that they are going to try to do something virtual, so that's kind of cool. Be interesting to see what they can do there. Also, they have put their exclusives on sale. So as a reminder here, yes, just take me to the site. Such an old school thing. Do they even have pictures of it? So these are all the Motu Origin figures. So the new 16 point of articulation 5.5 figures with that old school buck, just updated articulation. And what they're doing differently here is they're doing the Ankala Skeletor head. We've got the Ankala, not Ankala, it's the prototype heads. So these were the heads we saw in the prototypes. So that's going to be one of the exclusive things that you get with this set. But again, I can't do it. These are $15 figures that they are selling. So the base price is $40 a piece, and then shipping through PowerCon is $50 for this shit.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I'm just like, so these end up being $50 figures. The Origin She-Ra is even more expensive, and I don't know, are they saying this is going to be your only shot at getting She-Ra? If so, maybe that will kind of bring collectors out, because there's nothing too different here about different than what a normal release would look like.
That weave must be pretty expensive on her, man. I gotta tell you,
Jeez.
I don't know how could it be so much money. I got a pre-order from Big Bad Toy Store, and I looked into it, and it was $269 for the 5-pack.
Exactly.
$4 shipping. You're still looking at $273, and then what about tax? I don't know if
Yeah.
they're one of those places that collects tax, but you look at almost $300 for now.
BBTS, yeah, BBTS collects tax for Colorado at least.
Yeah, you're
I
looking
know
at
there's certain
3 bills.
states they do. Yeah,
3 bills for those 5 figures, man. I don't know.
good lord,
Tough sell.
yeah. So and BBTS still has some of last year's exclusives too. So, but some did sell out. You know, the zombie or the slime He-Man. I got that from BBTS, and you know that was made by Mattel. So if you want to say Mattel was making classics at $30 a piece, and I paid $70 for that slime He-Man. But I just
big
like
difference.
it too much. Yeah, exactly.
$38 for a reaction figure. Woo!
Yeah.
There's not enough stimulus money to be buying those figures at that price.
Let's see, Comic-Con. We had previously announced that they were canceling, but they also are going to be trying to do something virtually. They're just kind of teasing it. You can watch the video here. Actually, I'm kind of curious. I doubt this. Can you guys even hear that?
No.
I hear it loud as hell through my thing. So they're making some fun here, you know, front row seat to you, your pets are allowed, you know, no lines. So it'll be interesting to see what they do. You know, it's probably going to be nowhere along the lines of what Comic-Con would actually be like, but it's good to see that these guys are trying to do something, you know.
You're talking about people doing something. I'd like to give a big shout out to Mike Irizarry from What's on Joe Mind. I've been every day. I haven't been going and watching the cons live as they do it, but I've been listening to the podcast, and they put together a tremendous effort of putting a new show up every single day. And I must say my hat's off to him. Thanks for doing that. As a member of the toy community, fellow podcaster, I want to say I really appreciate what they did, and great job.
Yeah, it's been cool hearing some of those, especially I love hearing voice actors in like podcast audio, like only, because it's just you feel like you're talking.
They shine in those. Yeah, those guys are great.
And Duke Fisticuffs has joined us, which, judging by his avatar, I assume that is Cliff Kennedy. So welcome, Cliff. All right.
Unfortunately, I see people in the chat. I just don't know how to respond on it on my iPad.
Oh,
I saw Jeremy on. I saw Duke Fisticuffs. I just don't know how to type on this thing.
You don't have a post a comment box? Look below their messages. There should be a post a comment box.
No.
Actually,
I see them.
There isn't. I actually had to log into another tab into YouTube, so I can type stuff.
Maybe I can do it from my phone then. All right,
Yeah.
I'll do it from my phone.
Oh yeah, because I'm running the StreamYard on this, and that's why I can comment right in StreamYard. That's why.
Cliff. He replied.
All right. First up, Unicron update. We get our first test shot of the big man himself. There we go. In his glorious multicolored test run-ness.
Now I have to ask the question. Was the Unicron figure body going to be gray? I don't remember anymore. I know I love my gray toys. Lotus made it loud and clear. I love gray anything Transformers. But I forgot, what color is he supposed to be?
He's like a blue and a yellow. I don't even know if they have.
Okay.
Yeah.
It does look good though, gray.
That's the expensive one.
Exactly. So we also get a shot at the packaging. So good on them for not making it something crazy that I feel like I have to keep, although I'll probably still keep this. I literally just reorganized a a storage room to get the treadmill out for Mrs. McFavorite. And what that made me do is I had to reorganize a wall of boxes I had. And it really made me think twice about keeping those boxes.
Oh yeah, about that packaging, about the unicorn. It looks like all the other Hasbro exclusive, Transformer exclusive brown box packaging.
Yeah,
Like the cassettes and the previous
the selects, I think they call them.
So you guys digging that? You guys like packaging and stuff, so I figure I am.
Yeah, but this makes me feel good because I wouldn't feel bad about throwing this away. Again, I probably won't, but if it like I have the Cloverfield monster from like years ago, from like 12 years ago, and that box is just so gorgeous. I can't bring myself to throw it away, you know, and it's huge. It's going to be, I assume it's going to be about the same size as this Unicron, but so yeah, we get shots next to a kitty here, some pictures of the molds, so that's kind of cool, and see the actual steel molds that they're using. Another kitty picture. Oh, there's the colors. Those are the correct colors. Rock.
Yeah, I think I like the gray better. No, I was kidding.
There's it out on the dock fishing. Stuck inside, self-quarantining. But yeah, glad to see it's coming along. I'm excited for it. This goes to, if we're already seeing a test shot, this thing was already in the works, whether it made it or not, kind of thing. So I know we speculated about that, but to have a test shot already. All right, Yak Face is back with some TVC and some TBS exclusives there, and of course, these are just hints at what they have or what that will be coming. Again, Yak Face seems to always know what's coming, so again, I'm not one for speculating. My daughter likes to play the guessing game, and I constantly just have to tell her, no, I do not like guessing. It's the reason why I don't buy blind boxes. I don't like conjecture. I want cold, hard facts. Anything here stick out to you guys that's like, oh?
I mean, we haven't seen Jar Jar yet, didn't they? That was one of the figures they were supposed to make, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think didn't they announce him though? I thought they announced
one's
him.
An alien. Now, these are 3 3/4 vintage, or are these the Black Series?
It's both.
Okay.
So it says one item is a TVC, so I guess that means the other ones are Black Series, but it also says one's a vehicle, and that could be a 3 3/4 vehicle and not necessarily be in the TVC line, but every vehicle they've been making has been in TVC. So,
okay, let me ask you something. I am a huge Star Wars Black Series collector, so this list doesn't really help me with anything here. It doesn't give me any names. There's nothing. It's just none are clone, none are Jedi, none are. So what are they? What am I getting? It doesn't really help me.
Exactly.
So what am I looking at?
Well, you got to keep following Yak Face. They'll reveal it. They always reveal these like 2 weeks before they actually get officially.
Oh, then
announced.
this list is just like clickbait. Oh man. But yeah, I collect a lot of Black Series stuff. I mean, you guys saw my latest post with the bounty hunters.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like, I'm taking all of them out, and then I was like, hey, I gotta do a group picture of these guys. And that Vanguard is beautiful, by the way. I had him like storage for a long time. I finally opened it. I was like, oh my god, such a great looking figure. So, but that was a tangent anyway.
Yeah, I only fuck with IG-88. I could care less. Well, and I shouldn't say that because I bought the Forlom and Zuckuss and the 40th anniversary cards just because they're vintage carded. Blah blah blah.
I passed. I have them. why do I need them? So, you know.
Yeah. Why do you need them for $5 more than what they were going for?
Oh, they're painted different, but you know, I've been ranting about this whole Star Wars thing. They keep reissuing and repainting them, put into different packaging that you guys like, and I play with these. I have these. What am I doing with these
Yeah,
new
but you know
ones?
what? They can repaint them as many times they want and put them
Yeah.
out, and people are gonna buy them.
Yeah,
it's-
and because
it's
they don't have
obvious.
them, they don't have it the first time, so it's just like Cody, for example. Everybody's waiting for Cody. I'm like, how long have you been collecting Star Wars? I mean, it's been out a long time ago back then.
Yeah, but
But-
that's why they explain themselves, saying, "Hey, people that missed
Mhm.
it the first time, we're giving you another chance. So you're not paying secondary market prices." So I mean,
guess
it's
good for those people.
yeah.
I've been doing this game for a while. I guess I want new things. You know, I know
Yeah.
they try to cut costs. They want to save money for new molds and all that stuff, but they have to like produce all the old ones out so they can make more money, so they can like have enough funds to make newer figures or newer characters. I get it. But,
It's the toy game. It's the same toy
Yeah.
game, the way it's been forever.
Well, and
Mhm.
especially with the Black Series, like so many people weren't on board at first because they didn't know how deep they were going to get. They didn't know how many they were going to do. People didn't know if they were going to like them. That's why that first
Yeah.
wave was, before they started re-releasing them. I mean, those were going for like $100 $150 a piece. It's people didn't get in, and Cody was a relatively early wave, like maybe wave 5 or 6 or something. So
yeah, like the first wave Black Series, like it was Luke Jedi. No, it was a pilot Luke, and there was, and then later on,
it was Darth
he's
Maul,
been-
the Sand
yeah.
Trooper, and R2D2.
yeah, and then they keep printing
the
out
Sand Trooper, really?
the Sand
Yeah.
Trooper. Yeah, there was a Sand
Yeah, well,
Trooper.
Yeah,
With
'cause he
a
came with like a
orange
big
polo.
bazooka
Sand
gun.
Trooper. I'm thinking of Sand Person. Sand.
Yeah,
People.
no.
Okay, yeah, Sand Trooper. Yeah.
But look at that pilot Luke. How many times we've got it like boxed, carded, repainted face. It's just I'm tired of that figure.
Exclusive. What's the big Star Wars?
Like the
con.
celebration.
Yeah, celebration
Oh, yeah.
card.
And it's going
bag.
for like 250 plus for that figure. It's just ridiculous, guys.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
And then we'll take that same figure, we'll put Wedge's head on it. Now it's another figure.
Oh, it's nuts. But they're paying 200 plus for that card. It's just the printed graphic design piece of artwork. So I guess. Anyway, yeah.
Because
move on.
people
Sorry.
are completists. We get pics of RC here, so we get confirmation it wasn't mistransformed. She definitely has grandma boobs, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Yeah, they just sat up a quarter of an inch higher. But I mean, it's looking good though. I mean, I dig it. The backpack is going to be what it is. You can't have a car like this without a backpack, in my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, she's looking good. Her boobs are just hanging a little low for me.
Are you gonna get this?
Yeah, probably.
Pre-order?
We'll see. Yeah, I'll definitely do like Amazon Japan or one of the.
Are you gonna do like?
stores.
Are you gonna do it like Hound? Like you buy like?
Ooh, I don't know. I don't know if there'd be enough interest in it. I guess we'll have to see what the price differences are.
Right. Yeah.
So
I mean, so far the feedback it wasn't that great, but I mean, you're safer with Hound than this.
yeah, and the main reason why I want her is I just I'm a movie cast junkie. Anything that was in the movie. So.
Gotcha.
Is there any like focus collectors that just purposely collect female Transformers with saggy boobs? Or no? Because we have seen them other third-party companies come out with those other pieces that you could put over the boobs. Like you could take out the chest piece and give it like really accentuated fake boobs.
Jason, check out the picture of MP51. The left picture where she's standing up. Okay, on the left one right there. Look at where her behind her knees. You see that little ball joint thing with a screw? That annoys me.
Oh, really?
It's like we don't get a ball back there in any action figure this huge.
Yeah.
you know,
Well,
and it's
and is it a sculpt or is that accurate to the animation model is what I'm wondering. Maybe the animation model had a weird rounded back knee like that.
yeah, I don't
Let's
know.
see here. We can do a quick.
But there's another one called Nice or Nice, or is it Nice, right? Nice. Anyway, from third parties on RC with like gigantic boobs or something. You've seen that one?
Yes, yeah, that's
Yes,
the one
okay,
Rock
yeah.
was referring to.
Yeah, okay, yeah. That's the one. If I was gonna throw money into an RC figure, that would be one. It's so different, and I like it.
There is no like model pictures of RC here.
Oh, you probably have to like Google like
RC
cartoon
animation.
animation.
Cartoon is
Yeah.
good. I like cartoon. All right, let's see if she's got. Now, if we can just
It
get
really
a
never
picture.
shows the backside
No.
of. Yeah.
No, doesn't look like it. So yeah, it looks like that was a.
You can probably get away with it.
Yeah. I guarantee you it's probably to make her knees stronger. You know, those knees would be so skinny, you know, for the articulation. And we know that they've been struggling with breakage on their last few. So
but I tell you, I do like special effects, the accessory stuff that has gun firing and the little thing that's coming out the wheel.
Yep, the little spike thing.
It's pretty cool.
Hell yeah. Let's see. So we got to see the outside of Snake Mountain. Now we get to see the inside of Snake Mountain. Inside looks better, in my opinion. Oh, and talking about the outside. So we, on the last show, Lotus had said how the lava fall just looks so plain. This is an unpainted version of it. So the picture we saw of the lava fall was also unpainted. So and I was saying, oh, the snake just doesn't look very detailed. It's because this hasn't been painted yet. Inside looks a lot better, in my opinion. Again, there's not a lot to it. You know,
I like it.
To the original Snake Mountain.
I used to have Snake Mountain, so.
Oh, really? The vintage one?
Yeah. I told a story about how I use it to like scare my brother when we were adolescents.
Oh, with a little wolf microphone.
Yeah. I freaked them out. So, and then my mom had to like take it back to Toys R Us. Oh, was it? Well, no, it was Lionel Play World. We had to return it. So it was like because I was being mean. So. But it looks really good. This it's almost everything I remembered. Of course, this is better, of course. So.
Yeah, and it's just too big. I don't have any connection to it. Yeah, I would really love this bone throne though. That would be dope.
Oh yeah, and I like the chair, the throne, that chair up there.
Yeah,
those are the awesome accessory. I would pay, $50 for it.
So the top of it, was that like a trap door with like a cargo net to capture like a guy falling through it?
Yeah, do you know what that is up here? That's like
what I was guessing.
Like a capture net or something?
Okay. Yeah, I remember like it was something that you hit a button or you turn something and then the character will fall under that door.
Okay, that's what I thought it was.
Yeah.
It looks great. Thank God I don't collect Motu and I had to buy this thing because I don't know where I put it.
Yeah.
Motu's the best. Come on.
All right. Let's see here. Next up, Earthrise, Prowl, and Ironhide 2-pack. So I'm actually really excited for this. Ironhide is not a focus character, but he's somebody I like. And I skipped the Siege version of him, even though people said it was so good. But I'm glad that we're getting these. I mean, Prowl, the Siege version wasn't too far off from an Earth police car. But I'm glad that we'll hopefully be getting these in very, very G1 accurate alt modes, hopefully.
We don't have any pictures of them, huh?
No, it's just been, was it in a press release? We had a report listing via Amazon. Yeah, it just looks like it's verbiage from the listing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I have them both in Siege, so I probably don't need them in Earthrise. They're trying to get me to buy more of the same guys. Come on,
I was going to say, I'm sure the Ironhide won't be too I'm sure neither one of them will be too different, just a little bit of remolding.
Yeah.
Hasbro did a Q and A with the fan sites, and I actually did my homework this time and read through them all. Looking at taking HasLab international. They said there was huge issues with trying to do the barge with the international shipping. So they're looking into it, but they said it was extremely difficult. People talked about them going their pledge to go away from plastic in the packaging. And they said that initiative won't be rolled out fully until 2022. Again, I think this would shoot them, in the foot a little bit, because I think you do have people that all they do is collect and package. And if everything came in brown boxes, I think you would lose that sector of the collecting community. Plus the people that double dip, like I have a Yoda on a 40th anniversary Empire Strikes Back card, and I have a loose Yoda, that kind of shit. So, any new figures in the 40th, we'll see a mainline release. So the Rebel Snow Trooper is a new figure. They specifically didn't mention the Yoda, but the Yoda the Yoda is going to come with Luke. That's what it was. Is the Yoda in the 40th card is still the old Yoda. The new resculpted Yoda is the one that's coming with Dagobah Luke in that deluxe pack. But so if there's figures you've seen that we haven't gotten in the regular box release in that 40th anniversary line, then they will see mainline releases in the boxes again. For this is probably driving Peter crazy. For those people that collect the boxes, they want to have all those red spines lined up with their numbers, So people asked if they reuse their sculpts between, and I put Black Series and Vintage Collection, but it was more just 3 3/4 and 6-inch scales. And they actually do. They say if one's come before it, the team that's working on either the Black Series or the Vintage Collection figure, they just take the sculpt that was done for the other scale and they use it as kind of a base. And then, of course, the pins and all the articulation is going to be different and stuff and have to be manufactured different. But they do say they do that quite often, is they use it as a starting point when they make a character in a different scale. Talked about the Yodas being different. They say they like the idea of stands. And that putting out a stand pack is a possibility. They mentioned the stupid wedge stands that they released with the Black Series figures, which they were like, those were well received. And I'm like, who did you talk to? Because those fucking stands were shit. You know what I'm talking about, right, Peter? Those little.
Yeah, I don't have any of them.
Oh,
so
no.
I can't give much opinion about those. So.
Yeah, see, it came with the Jump Trooper and the Clone Commander Obi-Wan are the two that I have that had them. But okay. Yeah,
I used the Bandai ones, the Tamashi Stage 4, Act 4 or something, and they come with 3 of them in a package, so I used those.
And those are like the gripping ones, right? Do they have
Yeah.
pegs? Do they have peg
No
hole
pics.
ones?
Yeah, no pics. They grip them by the waist, and then I just take a picture and Photoshop
Oh, okay.
that gripper out. Yeah.
Nice. They said they're still, because they get asked about Zeb all the time. They said they're still committed to completing Rebels in the Black Series line. And then they talked about the fan vote. So fan vote is for a figure to be produced in the archive line. So the fan vote won't be for a new figure, Peter, unfortunately.
What happened? I'm sorry. What are they doing?
You're voting on what figure you would like to see re-released in the archive line.
Oh, okay. Cody got voted or something like that. That's why I was like, oh man.
Well, and the fan sites are just starting to take or maybe, was Cody the winner? Because I thought they were saying.
I just hear a lot of people calling vote for Cody
for Cody.
And yeah, so I assumed that's chosen. I might be wrong, so
all right, Rock, favorite Star Wars character.
Oh,
whoa, that's a tough question.
Tough one.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't like Luke. I think he's a whiny bitch. It's gonna offend a lot of people. It'll probably be Darth Vader.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah, he's pretty badass. The voice, I mean, I think I have to go Darth Vader.
So when you ask that, is that what you want to see in a toy format again?
No,
I mean, we got a lot.
Jesus, they've made 27 different Darth Vaders.
I know. That's what I was kind of hoping for was not you, Rock, saying you should have picked something that you would want to see, but I was hoping you would name character. Someone.
I mean, if it was an obscure character, I mean, I really like when they made the like Admiral Piet. I really like those Imperial officer figures. If I had to pick somebody they haven't done, I would like to see one of the Cantina aliens, like in Black Series, like Walrus Man or Dr.
Can I go? I'm so Star Wars. I actually have four. I have four. Okay, you just mentioned Luke, okay, and actually Hasbro never really got Luke right yet. And which one is that? That's the Jedi Luke in the black. They had him once. They came out ages ago. That was a terrible looking figure.
No, they just redid him.
Yeah,
the Jedi Knight in black.
Didn't he come with like a soft
exclusive over Christmas?
No.
That was the 3/4. I think it was the vintage series.
Wait a minute. And in 6-inch. Oh, wait, is this a 6-inch?
Oh shit! Yeah. He's got it right there.
Handy. Oh no, that's not it. That's the we paired the saber or something.
Oh, he means that. Yeah. You mean Death Star battle scene, like the open chest.
Right. The
okay.
Oh, the
black. That's the one.
If you want Death Star battle, black glove.
If you take the robe and his little vest off, it's that underneath, but it's not the open one. You're right. It's not the open.
Yeah, that's the one I want. Like I'm waiting. I'm still waiting. And then anyway, the three I'm thinking of, it's the in the Jabba's place. I don't know their name. The Rebo Bands or something.
Oh, get out of here,
Max Rebo.
Come on.
Yeah.
Yeah, all three of them, just in a pack, just like that. Just give it to me, just like that.
That's not a bad one.
Shelf warmer, Target exclusive. Will be there for 2
Come
years.
On, dude. Everybody know those guys, and they're just, everybody has the San Diego. Well, not everybody. Everybody, I'm sure everybody has Jabba the Hutt. Regardless of SDCC version or the retail one. And then they made They made Lando in his. Jabba's palace place too. You also got the Leia, which is an awful slave Leia, but there's no way they'll make another one because of the scandal. So, and then you could almost complete the whole display. You just need the Repo Band guys and the what else are you missing there?
You're missing like the backup aliens like Yak Face and Weegway and
what about
Klaatu?
Those kind of guys. The tentacles that wrap around his neck.
Yeah, his neck.
Bib Fortuna.
Yeah.
You're missing those kind of guys. That's what everybody's waiting for, that Bib Fortuna for a longest time.
Yeah, Bib Fortuna's a good one. I'll agree with you on that one.
So, we're almost there. Just a little bit more patient. We can complete that whole job of the power scene.
All right, third party. We get some real third party here. We get some Toyfinity action. Always love to support my friend Dr. Kent. So he's a toy guy like us, but he actually went out and bought some licenses and makes them with the Glyos system. So if you're a RoboForce fan, he's done some amazing RoboForce figures with that Glyos system. Also has been doing some what he calls a star team. So this was originally a Darth Vader when he released it in black. And then you can still see they still have, this is supposed to be the pilot Luke version in there. So something if you're interested in, especially the RoboForce, if you're a Glyos system person, he's got some really cool stuff here. Reusing some of the parts from, I forgot what the line was from Spy Monkey Creations, but cool stuff. Go support independent toy makers. Another independent company, Vitruvian Hacks, has launched their Series Z. So these are their zombie figures. And I just can't pull. I almost got this one because I like the pink gloves and all that kind of stuff. So they come with a ton of extra accessories.
Plus, you need a 3 3/4 figure in yoga pants and a sports bra. Come on.
I know. That's why I couldn't do it. Was it you, Peter, that were really interested in female figures for a long time?
Oh, yeah. For a while. The Valkyries. Yeah. Me and you went on that. I love the military style female figures. So, but I did buy 2 of the zombie. Was it a Zombie Lab? And yeah. I didn't like them. They're too brittle, the plastic, and it just.
But didn't they buy their IP? Like they made the molds. Wasn't there like a whole thing with these 2 companies? I saw them arguing on Facebook.
Yeah. So the company that made Zombie Lab was a separate company that contracted with Vitruvian Hacks to do the sculpting and to use the hack system with their figures. So the Zombie Labs aren't Vitruvian Hacks. But then I don't know what happened for them to be able to, I mean, because these are reused parts. I mean, I have these parts because I got a couple zombies. So maybe you'd like these better, Peter. Again, maybe not this boxing one.
I'm done. I have no more zombies anymore. I'm kind of out that phase. It's been 2 years now, right? I mean, Walking Dead has been shitty, so it's like, and this is, I just don't need any more zombie. I think it's out now. So, bring in vampires. I don't know. Who knows? What's next?
Yeah, The Walking Dead is one of those shows that really gets me. It's like every time you watch it and it's about to get good, it either goes on hiatus for how many months, or they just fuck you. They just fuck you, and
then they come back with like lame episodes. Like,
yeah, the next episode now you give us nothing to do with it. And then it got good again. And then the pandemic happened. They didn't finish filming the series. I mean, the season finale. And now God knows when we're going to see that again. It's just like they don't stick it to you.
Why do we still stay there, right? Still watching this show, right?
I want to throw a brick through my TV sometimes when I watch that show. It angers me. I want to slip my couch with a knife when I watch it. Like I'm in a movie theater back in the 80s.
You know, I told my wife, like, since we already invested this much into the show, we might as well see to it ends.
Same situation here, exactly.
Yeah, I'm still watching it, but I'm not caught up, so no spoilers.
Oh shit!
No worries.
I was just waiting for somebody to be like, and you know what happened to the Whisperers? And I'm like,
it's very forgettable. Let's just say.
All right,
I have no clue what happened. Yeah, about the zombies. Yeah, they're, no, I won't be buying them anymore. I'm done. And plus, here's some news flash. I'm kind of getting out of 3.75 inch. Sorry.
Wow.
Hey, while we're talking about zombie figures, one last thing. Did McFarlane stop making those Walking Dead figures? Because they were awesome. There was for a time that my son loved them, and I was buying all kinds of them. Then he got out of it. But I just haven't. Do they still make them, or are they done?
I mean, I've seen a relatively recent release. I mean, I would say in the last 6 months, but I don't know. I don't know if that means anything, if that means that they're still making them or not. That might have been the last product they put out or something.
Yeah, because the last things I remember them doing were like the kind of like the G.I. Joe mashups where they were doing like Tiger Force, and it was like Jesus dressed in like the Tiger Force stuff. So I haven't seen anything since then. I was just figured, maybe throw it out there. We don't really get to talk about zombie figures too often.
Yeah, and I still love zombie. Like I say, I am the original zombie fan, way back, saw it, the original Night of the Walking Dead, and then shit. See, I said, I'm the original fan, and now I can't think of the Return of the Living Dead. Oh God, I love those movies, especially 2. 2, I just saw like the perfect point in my childhood, and I'm just like, this is the best movie ever.
Well, you know what it might be? I think because of our age group, we grew up with the absolute best genre of horror, the 80s slasher movies.
Yeah.
I mean, you look at horror now, it's completely different. When we grew up with, we had Michael Myers, Jason Voorhees, Freddy, and Chucky, and we had Hellraiser, amongst all the other ones. That was just like, my son hates horror. I've been binge watching horror on Vudu lately. That would be part of a big thing about what I got in this week is mainly horror related, but no spoilers.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and not just because he's watching the show. I'd give him, and he may not be. I see we've had a couple people drop off, but Cliff, I love Cliff. Always on his Instagram is where I follow him primarily. He always puts what he's watching, and he's a huge horror fan. So I love it when he puts something up there, and I'm like, oh yeah, I haven't watched that in forever. Or even better, when he puts something up there and I've never seen it before, I'm like, oh shit, I've got to go search that out if that's on Cliff's watch list, kind of thing. So
Vudu, if you guys want to watch some obscure horror movies, I strongly recommend Vudu. It's free. You can get it in your smart TV. An ad pops up maybe once every 20 minutes or so. But man, there's so much free horror on there. And Shudder's another great place to watch some good horror.
Yeah. I did Shudder. I did Shudder for like a month, and I literally just like watched everything I possibly could on there before my free trial expired.
Cliff's still with us, by the way.
He's still good?
Yeah.
All right. All right. Store report, 40th anniversary, wave 3. Holy shit. They didn't say anything about this that I was aware of. Let's see. Looks like we're going to get the Snow Trooper. Looks like we're going to get that Dagobah Luke Skywalker. I'm not sure what an Ann Chewie is. But I assume that it'll be the Chewie from that C-3PO 2-pack, Boba Fett, and then yet another Darth Vader. Rock called it.
Oh, and it's a blue one, right? With the little hints of blue?
Yeah.
I think you guys talked about last week.
No, that was the carbonized one. This will just be a regular. This is on the 40th anniversary card.
Oh,
the vintage carded Black Series. So, I mean, with the Vader, like his little like computer board on his chest is different between the two movies. Yeah,
and probably the eye lens covers too might be different.
Yeah,
I think it went from yellow to red or something.
Oh yeah, that's true. Here, hold on, I got that.
Yeah, because the last time they came out with the vintage card, the only way to get the Darth Vader was to get it that came with the stand. You had to buy that big box set. I remember I bought it. And then it ended up going on clearance. It went down, I think it was like $40. And then it went down to clearance. You can for $12. They were stuck with them for a long time.
Yeah, I bought 2 of them because I opened one Vader and then I needed another one carded. And I opened one because I think I got it for like $8 or something like that. Ridiculous.
Yeah, I bought it because I didn't plan on opening the Black Series on those cards. And I never got Wave 2 retail, and even Wave 1. I was only able to get Luke, Han, Vader, and and the art. What was the robot? The exclusive at GameStop, R5D4.
Oh yeah.
I never saw any of the other ones at retail. I only saw them at secondhand, like vintage stores that were like double the retail price. And same thing, $40 a figure on up. Stormtrooper was $50. Nope, I'd rather buy a vintage figure than pay that much for a retail figure.
Well, and that pisses me off. You reminded me about that R4D5. I bet that's expensive as shit right now.
And they were plentiful too.
Yeah, I didn't even think about that because I was like, oh, they're only going to do this one wave. I just want the original 12 back. That's all I want because he was not one of the 12 back. But now I'm collecting all of them that get put out on this that had vintage counterparts. Again, not the Luke.
I'm going to check the eBays and see what
it's about $40.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I could
free shipping.
That. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, and that means if you can find it that quick, that I could probably watch it and get it for probably 30 or something if I'm patient. I've been watching some things for like 3 years, and it drives me nuts because they just keep going up, and I'm like, damn it.
Oh yeah, there's plenty for $39.99 or best offer free shipping.
Okay.
Yeah, there's plenty.
Maybe I can best offer somebody into $35 or something. Cool.
Yeah.
All right. So keep an eye out for those to hit your websites, or Walmart, I should say, soon. Online, MMC is going to reissue 2 of their most popular characters, Mr. Coulter here, which I have. He's sitting right here on my desk. One of my favorite figures, one of those odd ones that I thought I was going to do the whole Decepticon, what was it? The DJD, Decepticon Justice Division. And then I was just like, eh. So, but I kept him and love him. And then we're also going to see Syndicus re-release. This is the first one they came out with, and people were like, whatever. He's too small. He's too expensive. And then when they committed to making all the DJD, this thing shot through the roof and is super expensive right now. So good to see that if people are trying to collect those, that they now have another possibility. Snake Eyes got released this week, up for pre-order on all of your favorite fan sites. Unless you bought a case. If you bought a case like I did, you're going to get 2 Snake Eyes in there. He was the secret figure, like people hadn't figured that out. But yeah, we talked about it. I'm liking him in his all black. I'm not a big fan of the weapons they give him here. I'm glad I got the other one that has the different set of weapons, mainly the Uzi. Like, what the hell is this freaking? What is this gun? Like,
it's a sci-fi rifle for
it's a sci-fi
for Snake Eye. So yeah,
it kind of almost, if they would have put the magazine a little bit more extended, it would almost look like a Vector, which is like some kind of real fancy European assault rifle. But it looks, I think they purposely kind of made it look like nothing we've seen before.
But and to be honest, like these weapons, we can just chuck them away, and there's a lot of like customizer who put like 3D real life like replica of these the raw figures weapons, I guess.
I think Marauders even sells scaled up weapons.
Yeah.
Well, that's the only Kickstarter of theirs that never made it. They tried to do a 1/6 scale, or not a 1/6, a 1/12 scale weapons set, and it didn't make it. But
wow,
now I bet it would. Now that we're getting Joe's, that's kind of their bread and butter.
Yeah, there's a eBay seller I found actually because of Foosh. He likes to look at customizer people who print weapons and whatever, So he bought a few of those weapons at for his snake eyes. It's really really cool. His Uzi looks really good. So yeah, I mean, I think with these sci-fi weapons, I seen another video where you can plug them in, like as a back in like on the back of his backpack, or you can have them like you can have the weapon stack on the holster because there's a hole there. A lot of people didn't know why there was a hole, and I watched this particular reviewer able to like just plug them in with one weapon to another weapon. So now he literally just carry all of them, so which is kind of cool in a way.
That is cool. That is cool.
So,
yeah, I don't mind that as much. I figured that's what that hole had to be. It's kind of like every weird thing probably has a reason.
So why did you buy the entire case? What 2 cases did you buy?
Oh, I did buy 2 cases. Yeah, because I got I didn't know how readily available they were going to be, and I got in early on a pre-order through Entertainment Earth Wholesale.
Oh, so, wow. Very
so
nice.
Yeah, and I mean, again, the shitty thing is once you ship a case to you, like I bought the first wave of those Black Series 40th anniversaries. Hi, Mom. Happy Mother's Day.
Hi.
Oh, my Mother's Day, Jessica.
Kid.
Jessica, happy Mother's Day.
The opposite. Hey, guys.
They say happy Mother's
Day.
Much love.
All right, good night.
All right, let's go.
Hussing up our little kid. Ooh.
No, she took chat. That's.
We Mrs. McFavorite lets little Miss McFavorite wear makeup every once in a while, so I always make fun of her. She looks like a little hussy. Sorry.
Yeah, you said about the 2 cases that you heard.
Yeah, the shipping. So I got the 40th Empire Strikes Back. So by the time, so they're like wholesale, they come out to be like $16.75 a piece. But by the time I ship that case, because you have to pay shipping through wholesale, it's not like their retail where you get free shipping. By the time I paid shipping, they came out to $20 even a piece. So like I saved tax. That's all I saved.
But you also saved the aggravation of driving around to 18 different Walmarts trying to find them. The amount of time and wear and tear in your car, mileage and gas, it's still worth it.
Yeah, and the long waiting line outside of the store while you're doing the distancing,
Ours hasn't been that bad yet, but I mean, with that, what's funny is I happened to find them the first day they released. Like I went there and they had the end cap and they had all of them. But,
oh wow!
And I bought them that time also just to be careful, just in case, because here's another shitty thing about wholesale is, how Entertainment Earth, the retail side, has mint guarantee on it. When you do wholesale, they don't guarantee your shit will get there not damaged. Like it's on you if your shit's damaged. They can put in a mail, like a FedEx complaint to try to get some money back on it, but they don't ever guarantee it. So you take a risk with doing that too. So, but I did 2 cases, so the shipping should be about the same. So I'll save a little bit. I'll probably get each one of those for about $18.50 with no tax. So that's not too bad. Like 10%. Yeah. And then I'll have some extra snake eyes to sell. I have a feeling that Destro is going to be the one that's going to be because there's 2 snake eyes, but only 1 Destro per case. So I bet that. Yeah, I think that Destro is going to be the hard one to find out there.
Yeah, there's going to be a lot of people, regardless if they collect G.I. Joe, they're going to want the Cobra figures.
Yeah.
That's going to be flying off the shelf.
Well, him and Snake Eyes are the only 2, in my opinion, that look great. I'm warming up to the other ones, but those 2 look great, in my opinion. Newage does what Newage does and puts out a clear version of Reflector, which, especially with the colors, this is kind of like the Insecticons. They look really good, in my opinion. Again, wouldn't pay just to get a clear version of them. But then also kind of cool, they're doing a G1 colored version. So
Why are they clear?
that's just how they make money on their molds. Every single mold they put out a clear version of them.
It's not part of the fiction, right?
No,
Okay.
not at all. It's just what Newage does, and I guarantee you there's someone out there's like, I got every clear version, man, and they're just gonna buy every clear version they ever do, you know.
That's great.
Speaking of which, I got to hit Lotus up. When we were going to meet at TFCon, he was going to sell me his Newage Insecticons, and then TFCon didn't happen. I got to see if he still wants to sell them. All right, it's time for what we got. What you got, Rock?
Well, I got a bunch of things in because it's been 2 weeks since I've been on, and I'm in this one private Facebook group that has some former WWE wrestlers in it, and a lot of them have been selling their ring-worn wrestling gear and different things lately. But one of them found a case of his action figures, so I wanted to help him out. So I got a signed Hornswoggle figure.
Ah, nice.
And I mean, he sold this figure to me autographed and shipped for the same price as the figure was going for alone on eBay. Nice. So I got a great deal on that.
I like the signature on it too.
Like I mean, the paint pen's pretty cool. Then May the 4th, there was some great sales going on. Ooh. I finally got my skiffs, the Tatooine speeder, the skiff.
Main retail stuff. I'm proud of you.
I paid $25 for this.
Nice.
And $8 shipping. I couldn't pass it up. Want to say this was a hell of a deal. I've joked about this thing for so long.
Oh wow.
Oh.
That's
like 2 years ago, isn't it?
Wow. Yeah, we laughed about this thing for the longest time. We made so many jokes. Now this was the $80 TIE Fighter, and Dorkside had a May the 4th sale. It was $20 and $4 shipping.
Oh man,
I got this thing
$6 shipping, Rock, just because I did the same deal.
Oh, you did it too.
Oh, okay, so $6. But either way, right, yeah, you're right, $6.
Man, what's up with you guys? You guys don't.
Like 2 days.
You guys need to share some of these, so we know that.
Wow.
Well, they also had the. We always talked about how the troop transport was not going to sell for $100. They had it for $50, and it sold out really quick. I did finally get from China I got a G1 Blue Streak.
Nice.
It took a few weeks. I got, now what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to get one of every make of car, like every different body style. So like I want to get one Lamborghini. I want to get one of the van. So I finally got I got this Takara Ratchet.
Oh, wow. So an official one. Very nice.
Yeah, and this was a little bit older, but I mean, I think it was like $40 plus shipping. I got it from Canada. I think I maybe paid $53, but I'm just trying to get one of all the different cars. So,
are these reissue? Like it's called a core reissue or something?
It's a Takara
Encore, yeah.
And the other one's just a KO. The Blue Streak is a KO.
Okay, gotcha.
Give me 1 second. I'll grab my other things I got in.
Some of these KO stuff, are really well made. So
yeah,
I saw my friends have them.
I've been happy with the ones I bought. Again, it's one of those things where ethically it's probably not the best decision, but I'm like, I just collect toys. I don't give a fuck. Like I'm not here to save the world, kind of thing.
Mm-hmm. Well, I was talking before about vintage horror, and you know how I am. I love vintage. I love advertising. So what's the latest thing I've been collecting? Blockbuster videos.
Nice. Season of the Witch. One of my favorites.
Yeah, pretty rare. So, I've been buying, and if it's got like a rental sticker on it, like the original Friday the 13th, oh boy. Nice. It gets me HARD. And I got, and it's funny, I'm paying more money for these DVDs. I mean, some of them are pretty cheap. Some of them are like $4, $6.
That's amazing.
But also what I've done is, I got Terminator. You know how many copies of Terminator I have on DVD by now? And this one's a Hollywood video. That's even more rare.
Oh, nice.
But I have
Corpses again, another one of my favorites.
I don't know if you're gonna be able to see it or not, but I have another rack now just for Blockbuster DVDs. And because you know me, if I have something, I gotta have it in a rack, whether it's a comic rack, a toy rack. So,
hey, Rock.
Blockbuster DVDs.
I have a friend who I grew up with back in college, and his part-time job is to work at Hollywood Video. Is that what it's called?
Okay. Yeah,
and
that was
then,
one of them.
Yeah, he worked there for about 3 years or so, and then Blockbuster bought them out, and then he just phased into working for Blockbuster. So he was with them for about roughly 10 years. So, and every night, like, I would call him, like, I'm like, hey, what are you doing? Do you think you can grab some videos? Since he's an employee, he can, like, rent 5 video a week, like, for free. So he would come over and bring all these Blockbuster video, and some of them, like, he even pay for, because we blow through movies just like that. So there's, like, all these cases like you're collecting. They're all over my house, and he never took them home with him, so I didn't know what to do with them. So I just, they went out the window, so I just threw them all out. I'm like, geez, man, pick up your stuff. And he's like, I don't care, just, I was like, but they're penalizing. No, they already charged me. So I'm get to keep the movie and stuff. I was like, oh, jeez, man. So this has been going on for 10 years. And imagine how much Blockbuster DVD tapes or packaging or that kind of stuff you collect. That's all over my house. We only watch these movies over at my house, not his, because his mom is.
You guys are the reason why they went out of business.
Yeah.
See, I didn't realize that
he's just an employee, so he gets these benefits, as free, rentals. But if he wants more, he'll just pay, on top of it. But
see, I didn't realize the guy who owns the Miami Dolphins, Wayne Huizenga, he used to own Blockbuster, and he cashed out just at the right time because they sold it to either like Warner Brothers or some other big conglomeration, and he made out like a bandit. But now it's like, you know what is fun about collecting Blockbuster video DVDs? They're like $4 to $6.
Yeah.
The most expensive one I paid might have been like $10, and the shipping is always medium mail, so it's normally $4 or less. So it's a fun thing for me to buy. My wife don't get mad because it's cheap, and it's another thing too. I collect different. If one's a 1 week rental, is it a new video?
Oh yeah,
there's a lot of different packaging variants. So for me, it's right up my alley, and it's a fun thing to do at night, like when you're killing TV, like you're watching TV and you're killing time, and you want to scroll through eBay and you want to find something that's not going to break the bank, and it's a fun little hobby for me now. Now I just need to get a vintage rental video sign, and I'll be done.
Hey, what about video games rental from Blockbuster? I remember that's been happening after that. It's like Nintendo, Super Nintendo, you can rent those.
Oh yeah, PlayStation, Genesis. Yep, I remember that. But you know what? I'm sticking with the DVDs because I can actually physically play them.
Oh yeah.
Where if I've got the video games, I can't play them. So that's my new thing I'm collecting at the moment, along with 18 other toy franchises.
That's nothing compared to me. Yeah.
So Cliff Kennedy said he worked at Hollywood Video his senior year in high school and stole so much.
We all did what we had to when we were younger.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh my God! When I worked at McDonald's, I can remember eating frozen apple pies in the freezer and shit like that.
I got a great. You know what's good? There's that part of the show where we can kind of talk about shit that's not toy related. I worked at 7-Eleven when my first real job was Taco Bell. When you guys hear this story, you're gonna laugh and curse me at the same time. I was making $4.25 an hour, which was minimum wage. My car insurance was $225 a month. So I was only making $180 after taxes. I'm bringing home $140. I needed a way to scam. So I was working the drive-through, and I figured out if every person ordered a drink, I would just add $1 to their meal. So and back then, that's when they had the 69, 89, 99-cent menu. So if you ordered 3 soft tacos that were 69 cents each, your bill was $2.25. You added a drink, $3.25. Every person that came to the drive-through, when I would add a drink, I wouldn't buzz it into the computer. I would make their drink. When they paid, I take $1 and put it in the 50 spot. Through a whole shift, once I got to 10, I put 10 singles back, put a 10. Then I put a 10 in the 50 spot. Through a shift, I could make an extra $25, $40, but I had to ring in some drinks. I did this for months. And then one day, the district manager came up to me and said, Rock, we've noticed on the point of sales that whenever you work, people aren't buying soft drinks in the lunchtime rush. And they couldn't understand why it wasn't happening. Then all of a sudden, a guy came and he installed a sign. It said, if your total doesn't match what's on this screen, call this number. Because they realized that I was fucking them, but they couldn't prove it. And what it was me adding $1 to everybody's total for the drink. I didn't care if it was small or an extra large. I added $1 to everybody.
That's
and then
awesome.
this is another great story.
This is
So when I
before
got-
like the camcorder, right?
This
Yeah,
was before
before those
cameras, yeah. This is 1993. When I started working there, the promotion I think was Demolition Man. Then I got fired. I went to 7-Eleven, and they give this 19-year-old kid the keys. They called it the vault, but my job was to go into the refrigerator, and every kind of beer you'd have to have a certain amount in stock. So let's just say hypothetically 12 packs of Budweiser. At all times, you should have 24. So if I go in there and I count 6, I need to order 18. Then I'll go to Coors Light. You should have 20. And there's 15. I got to order 5. What I would do is, and then my job was, I was supposed to take all the empties, bring them outside, and you have to separate them into these big plastic bags by manufacturer. Coors, Budweiser, Amstel, and Heineken. The glasses went in different bottles. I used to take the shopping cart. I would load the middle with full beer, and I would take the empties, put them on the outside. I'd park by the dumpster. As I would go into the shed to put all the empties in, I would take the fucking full 12 packs, either put them in the dumpster or behind the dumpster. When my shift was over, I'd go in there, put them all in my car, and then I would sell them to other underage kids. But this is how stupid I was. I was selling 12 packs of beer to underage kids for $5 a 12 pack. I should have been charging double because I'm selling them to underage kids. So I really fucked up my theory of stealing and selling. And then, of all people, I didn't get caught by the boss. I got caught by my dad. I had an 87 Dodge Shadow Turbo ES. I needed tires. My friend had the same car but a better model, and he wrecked it. But he had nice rims and nice tires. I bought 2 tires and rims off of him, slapped them on my car, and my dad told me, check the lug nuts. He has a different model than you. I'm like, yeah, whatever, Dad. One day I'm driving on Sunrise Highway, and the rotor broke. The tire went off the car, hit the door, hit my fender, flew down the highway. Car's on 3 wheels, rotor on the highway, just grinding away. Sparks flying up in the air. I park under a overpass, and by the time we got to a full stop, bottles of beer and shit in my trunk broke. All the people in my car went and started hiding the beer in the woods, hiding it on the side of the highway. My dad comes, and he's like, I smell beer. Where's this beer? And he looked in my trunk, and the trunk just stunk. You know what warm, scuzzy beer smells like? Oh, my dad beat the shit out of me. And let's just say that was the last time I stole beer from 7-Eleven. I got a million of these stories because every place I worked, I did something shady and crafty. But that'll be enough of Rock's criminal stories for today. Well, I'll save some for another podcast.
You're a bad boy.
Oh, still am. Still am.
Mother such a
But you know, that was when your age, when you're 18, 19, where you could just tell the boss to fuck off and you didn't have to worry about losing your house. You know what I mean? Like, when you were 18, 19, that was the best. Now you got to eat a shit sandwich and say thank you if something happens. So I miss those days when you could just quit a job or get fired and, go out and burn the place down.
Welcome to 46 and 2 for joining us. Welcome back, homie. All right, Alias, Angel, Alias, what did you get this week?
Almost got it wrong, huh? No, just kidding.
Yeah, I was like, wait, did I say that right?
Wow. Since shipping has been a problem these days, and I mean, I don't know, and I lost my job. I haven't really bought anything anyway. So, but I do have some stuff that came in prior from the layoff. So I finally got the Filmation chopper. The PowerCon exclusive or something. Yeah. But anyway, I never found PowerCon exclusive or any cool to buy. I don't know, or to collect. But that one particularly, because I like Jitsu, and he was actually the Filmation of it, and I was like, oh, why didn't I get that before? And then so I pulled the trigger. And I got my Black Series 6-inch Dooku. Came in from I think Hasbro Pulse. Oh, by the way, I'm still looking for Mode 2 Classic Scareglow. If anybody has one, I want to complete my classic collection, and that's the only one that's stopping me
Probably
from
the
completing.
pricey one, right?
Oh yes, it's very
It's one of the most expensive ones out there.
Yeah, and that's why I couldn't pull the trigger.
Motu, right?
Yeah, exactly. Never existed or was in hardly any fiction, never in the cartoon, but he's just the coolest looking guy that they made.
Yeah, and so there are a few things I'm still waiting, and it's because of the pandemic, and it's just not coming. It's like, for example, is my Zeta Toys Superion and the Budicus one. Those two are stuck, and I bought it from Boba or Boba something.
Baba Bobo.
Yeah, that's it.
Baba Booey.
And yeah, he shipped it in March, but it's stuck in limbo, and it's not moving. So right now we're in May, and if I don't get these figures by June, I'm afraid I'm gonna have to file a complaint. So
yeah, I mean that's
I can't lose that kind of money, and I realize he's honest, and it says in transit, but I'm gonna be out of buyer's protection guarantee. So if I don't know. I mean, he's a nice guy and everything. I don't know what to do. I mean, my friend told me money is money, man. You're gonna be out of that kind of money. That's like close to $600 and something here.
Yeah,
so,
no shit. Well, and it's one of those things too, is who knows what eBay's doing right now I haven't had to file a complaint yet during the coronavirus. So who knows what they're doing? Maybe they'll say, give it another month and we'll extend your buyer protection.
I call it PayPal, because that's the financial institution that I pay with, and they said that they don't have any special rules to extend anything. I was like, well, it's not the seller's fault, and it's not my fault. So it's right now because of the pandemic. Do you guys make exceptions? Because this is a very unusual situation. Yeah. At least give me another month, like another 30 days to give me a protection on it. But they won't. There's no order. Yeah, there's no new order to change anything. I was like, that's bullshit. So we'll see how it plays out in June, and we'll see. And anyway, I have another one, which is, what is it? Commander Bly. That's been stuck somewhere. I don't know. The Snow Speeder Pilot Loop. That's been stuck. And my Rebel Hoth Trooper. Yeah. And everybody's finding them on Pigs. Okay. And I'm still waiting for these things to come to me because of like some weird logistic issue of shipping. So there shouldn't be a case, because these are domestic products, and
I was going to say.
Issue. Yeah, I don't know what's going on. Okay, and mostly I bought them from Amazon, and that's probably another reason, because Amazon don't ship anything unless it's like necessity or or very important product first or something.
I even had to send Peter a screenshot of something I bought from China. The guy had to change the shipping number on it. He didn't update it on eBay. He sent me the number, and it gave me some Chinese website. Mm-hmm. Right? And so I have a couple things that are just stuck in transit right now.
Yeah.
Same thing.
Well, and I'll soon find out if I'm in the same boat. I pulled the trigger, and I bought a shit ton of Mech Fan Toys Legends figures. I find with that last 5% deal, I was like, fuck it, I'm gonna do it. So I bought like $300 in Legends figures.
Wow.
So, and from all different buyers or from all different sellers. One person, like Kitty's Toy Shop, they had like 10,000 feedback. I bought like maybe 6 or 7 from them, but all the rest of them came from individuals. So I'll soon find out. I've gotten shipping notices on all of them, but we'll see if they actually show up or not.
Yeah, I advise everybody, just like if it's coming from international, currently just don't buy anything yet until this suspension is lifted. Because I heard the lifting time will be in October. Okay, so that's pretty insane. That means that my Bubba guy, who shipped it in March, I won't get it till October. No, I can't let that protection guarantee expire like that. There's no knowing what's happening. So.
I mean, the good thing there is, being an honest person, if you file the complaint, you get your money refunded, and then if they come in, send them the money.
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do if I can talk to them about it. Yeah. So, but
yeah, I saw what you posted, but like you say, Rock, when did you order that? When did you order that Blue Streak?
You know what? Give me 1 second, because the last 2 KO Transformers I got, the Grimlock and Hound, I got them in 18 days from China, and it was free shipping.
That was a couple weeks ago, right?
Yeah, let me just check on Blue Streak. I would say Blue Streak was probably April 9th I bought it.
So things are coming through, but I
got it in April. It was shipped on the 10th. I got it in a month. I'm happy with a month.
Yeah.
The only thing I'm worried about
anybody that wants stuff from China faster than a month, you're just kidding yourself. The
only thing I'm worried about is the seller that I bought the Grimlock and the Hound from. I was so impressed with his shipping and how quick I got it and how carefully he packaged it. I went right away, messaged him. I said, "Yeah, I'm very happy with the way you did your packaging." I bought a Shockwave and a Mirage from him. He shipped it, and then I noticed his feedback. He hasn't received any negative feedback since then, but he hasn't gotten any more positive. So I'm kind of worried, like, he's stuck at like 159 positive feedback. So nothing has changed since I got my figure. So I'm like, oh, fuck. Did he dip out? That was the thing I sent Peter the tracking information on.
Well, especially when that's kind of a telltale thing when they're switching the shipping after they put it in eBay. And then they send you a different one. That's the 3 times I've had to put in complaints and get my money back. That's happened all 3 times, is they switch the shipping number.
But the thing is, the shipping he put on eBay, it just says, seller put a tracking number, but there's no tracking. So the number he gave me said, he told me that the package, because Shockwave was so big, that the seller, they ended up changing the shipping method or whatever. But when I sent it to Peter said it was in transit because I couldn't read. Peter, was it in Chinese or Mandarin? What was it?
Well, your browser
it's Chinese Mandarin.
Translate
both right
for you.
I'm not that technically savvy even with the iPhone. So I mean, the way I look at it is, if I don't get it, big deal. I'll put a claim in and I'll get my money back, and I'll get it from another seller. But I just hate that having to wait just to see if I'm going to get it or not.
Yeah.
But with everything going on right now, what else are you going to do? You just got to wait.
Yeah.
Right. Hey, I wanted to add a little bit something at the end. I don't usually have the time to come on, but I just want to throw these out. Like during the layoff, I've been pretty bad. I've been still buying.
But have you been selling? I've sold a shit ton.
Yeah, I did sell some. That's pretty much why I bought some of these. So I got, like Jason said, Slick said, Destro and Snake Eye are pretty much gonna be the best. So I bought those two on Amazon, and I got the Lego UCS A-Wing. So there was it's too good because there's double points and you get the 2 gift thing that they're trying to throw in. So
Yeah.
I always seem to be buying something at Lego during May of every year, so because of the May the 4th stuff. So and I pick up the Play Art Kai Tifa. If you play Final Fantasy 7, you know who Tifa is. So and I bought a DX Jogoken VF1A. It's a web shop exclusive. It's a Valkyrie with green stripes. Yeah, and he's piloted by the Hayakaki Saki. I can't pronounce his name properly, but he's a web shop exclusive, so he's very expensive. So he's south of 300. So
Wow.
and last but not least, I also picked up. I've been watching a lot of show these days. So I've been watching some anime called Demon Slayer, and then suddenly I have an urge to like pick up the main characters, Tanjiro and Natsuko. So that's 2 months of layoff, and I bought all that. Pretty dangerous. It's the addiction is hard.
I was saying on the last show, man, I am making more on unemployment than I was in my last job. And that's saying something.
Oh, wow.
Have you started to get that extra 600 or extra? Yeah.
Oh, yeah. No, it's more like 270 something a week. So, and I just recently got it like after a month and a half because there was like a huge backlog they were still working on. So,
well, and the extra 600 that comes from the federal government, not just your state unemployment, they back paid mine. So so one week I just had an extra $1,200 deposit.
Oh, I see.
So you should hopefully be getting that. And again,
I think I checked on that
at the end of the show, not during the show, because it sucks. This is everybody else's money. I mean, granted, I've been paying into unemployment for I've been working since I was 15, so I've been paying into it for 30 years. But it just blanket giving everybody another $600 a week on their unemployment. I don't know if that's the answer to things, but I'll take it. So thank you, everybody working hard and paying taxes. I appreciate it.
Hey, one last thing, Slick. I know you got to go tell what you got in, but I saw a very interesting discussion yesterday on one of the Facebook groups. There's a wrestling figure from the 90s. It's a Hasbro figure. It's one of the last figures made. He was the 1, 2, 3 kid. He became X-Pac. This figure's really sought after. Mint on card last year, this was a $200 figure. One of my friends actually bought it, got it autographed for like another $30. The figure loose now on eBay. There's multiples. They're selling in the over $400 range.
Jesus.
So what the argument was yesterday in this Facebook group of wrestling figures was there's a lot of people flush with stimulus cash and they're inflating the prices of vintage toys right now.
I didn't think about that.
And they said that the market is actually way up. I watched 3 G.I. Joe auctions. I saw a Junkyard and Mutt sell for $800 or $900 mint on card. He's not even a key character.
Yeah.
So but I just want to throw that in.
He's one of those that, at least for me, like I loved him as a kid. He was in the cartoon a lot. He came with a cool animal. Who doesn't love a Rottweiler? But
yeah, I just want to throw that out there. I found it extremely interesting. They're saying that the market right now is flush with people sitting home with extra cash, and the market is actually up on vintage stuff.
It's very true because my friend sold a lot of his toys, and he has old stuff too. And he said I made like in the past 3 weeks, he made over $3,000 easy.
Shit, I need to revive my sale post there. I haven't done anything on it like a year. No one's buying used T-shirts, unfortunately. No one bought any of my T-shirts.
Yeah, I tried that. I put a R2D2 T-shirt up for about a month, and it's like no one even looked at it. It's like, gosh.
Well, I'll give you another example. I bought a wrestling figure to get autographed in November. I paid $20 for it. I sold it yesterday for $55 on eBay, and the prices went from 20. I saw them sell for up to $65. So I put 65 best offer. $55 I jumped on. I mean, to make $35 profit on a figure I held on to for 6 months, you can't beat that. But yeah, I mean, and this is a modern figure. It was only released in 2017. But
That's
yeah,
crazy.
it's I can't believe it right now. eBay is just on fire.
All right, I gotta
So
get
now
my
I'm waiting to
shit.
hear what you bought, Jason. Let's hear it.
It's actually been the tamest week, I think, of my life, besides that huge eBay order that's going to come in. But it's going to like trickle in over the next couple months. But so I was able to find Lando and the TIE Fighter pilot on the anniversary cards. So those are from Wave 2. No, I'm hoping it's still there after the show. Peter posted the Rebel Hoth Trooper on Amazon. I figured I'd just get a couple on there. So that would complete my Wave 2. And then the I did get 2 other things. So I got, this is the like, not the Warrior Cyberverse Prime. It's the ones that they're trying to make a little fancier. They're from the Bumblebee Cyberverse, whatever it's called, cartoon. But they're more like a traditional deluxe, and he feels good. Transformation is fun because it's not too complex. Not that transformations are ever too complex with Optimus Prime, but things peg in well. You get a little bit of his arm showing here, right there.
Ew.
But he came with his good old rifle, which is kind of hard to see. Oh, see, I'm not a good YouTuber here. But what I love is he comes with a blast effect. This is supposed to be from he has a matrix. His chest opens and he has a matrix that's molded in, and this blast effect is supposed to go on it, but it fits the gun too. And what's dope is the blast effect, it comes apart. So you could just have that part, or you can take this and it plugs into the gun. So you could just have the little burst out of the gun. So I was kind of impressed with that. And I was like, what the hell is this thing? I forgot that these like more, I guess, big kid Cyberverse figures are coming with Build-A-Figure pieces. So if you collect all 8 of them, the first 2 waves of them, you get that. They had the wave 2 of them that had the Rodimus and the Grimlock, but I didn't see the RC. The RC is the one I was kind of interested in seeing what it looked like, but it's fun. Again, to me, nothing Transformers is worth the price anymore. You know, $20 for a deluxe is just ridiculous. But I hadn't bought very much stuff, and I was like, yeah, fuck it. And then something I got in that I'm super happy, and I haven't even played with it yet, it's still in the package, is I got this guy. This is a Black Major Snow Serpent. So I've talked about Black Major on the show. He does the factory bootlegs of figures and decos them all differently. What's cool about this is a snow serpent, the exact way they appeared in the cartoon. So in the cartoon, they
white, not gray.
Yeah,
right?
they weren't all gray and blue and stuff. They were all white like this with the blue goggles and shit. So I was like, all right, I got to do it. When they come from this seller, he charges a little bit more. He's like, so Black Major basically sells through himself, and then 4 other people he works with. They can do their own colorways or their own decos, and then they can charge whatever they want for them. So Black Major was charging $20 free shipping on these snow serpents. This one I think was what? Oh, I think maybe it was. Oh, Black Major was charging 18 with free shipping, which you imagine it costs them about $3 a figure. This guy was charging $20 and charging $4 shipping. But
how does he
again,
get away with that with the IP and all that? I mean,
they're bootlegs, man. He
straight up.
He only sells on. He shut down everything else except for Instagram.
Oh, okay. Because I've seen there's nothing more infuriating to me when I'm on eBay looking for G.I. Joe mint on card vintage, and then it says black. You read the whole thing, and then it says Black Major custom in like the very end of the listing, and I'm like, motherfucker, you got me again. It looks like a Cobra Soldier, and it looks perfect, and I'm like, it looks too clean.
Yeah, well, and one of the guys that he sells through, that guy does custom carded figures too.
Yeah.
Yeah,
he charges like 75 or 100 for them.
Yeah, exactly. But they're like pristine, and you have to watch out with that too, because sometimes he'll sell a vintage figure in that custom card, and sometimes it's a Black Major figure in that custom card.
That's where he gets me when I'm scrolling.
So, but yeah, that's all I got this week. Not like I say, I can't wait for those Mech Fan toys to start rolling in, man. Oh god.
But it's good. Look good. You have something to look forward to, especially if it's going to be coming in multiple,
Yeah, and it should be trickling in. I'm thinking the main shipment where I got like 6 or 7 from one seller. That, like you say, Rock, it's probably going to be a big enough box that'll be shipped a different method, maybe get here faster, but who knows. All right, well, shit, we're past our hour-and-a-half limit, so let's knock out grab bag real quick. Spoilers for anybody in here if you're super concerned about this. Peter spoiled this for me, so I figured I'd spoil it for everybody else.
Public information.
Tamora Morrison is going to be reviving. It wasn't really his role because he was Django, but he is going to portray Boba Fett in season 2 of The Mandalorian. So the rumors are true. He climbed out of the Sarlacc pit, I guess.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, because this is after. Yeah, it's after the Return of the Jedi, so he must have. And then this one I wanted to throw in just because I wanted to talk about it. But so this poor girl right here. Oh, I'm not sharing my screen. Damn it! Let me get back to sharing the screen here. Share screen. There we go.
Oh, this story was so bad.
Yeah. So this poor girl right here. So this restaurant, it was like a pop culture themed restaurant, opened up the week before the coronavirus shutdown. So of course this guy's having a hard time. He's saying he's bringing in like $50 a day, when his rent's $1,800 a month, let alone to pay employees, blah, 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 because I don't know about you. We haven't been frequenting any new restaurants. We've only been frequenting our favorite restaurants that we want to make sure make it, So he had one of his employees put on a stormtrooper outfit to like go dance in front of the store to get attention, and gave her a weapon, and someone called the police on her because she had a weapon in a stormtrooper outfit. Oh. Well, the police come with guns not blazing, but guns drawn, tell her to get on the floor. She can't get on the floor because you can't fucking move in these outfits. And plus, I'm sure the owner was like, be careful of this. This isn't like $1,000 costume, and so she had guns drawn on her and all of that kind of stuff just to try to promote her restaurant that she works at.
It's funny. My son just recently discovered South Park, even though it's not really appropriate because he's 12, but he's been watching it. And last night I said, my wife was like doing her nails. I go, I have the South Park movie, and we put it on, And now all I can hear in my head is blame Canada, blame Canada. Hey, what's this all about, buddy? And I can just picture them beating the shit out of this girl in the stormtrooper thing. Blame Canada, blame Canada.
Do you know if these police officers know that this is related to Star Wars and that's a stormtrooper?
Oh, they've got to know that it's
Yeah. It's like
What's this all
common.
about, buddy?
But it's one of those things nowadays. Like
She
you
looks
can't-
harmless.
Yeah. Nowadays, though, you can't take a armed gunman. You have to take that seriously, even if you show up and you're like, "Oh, Jesus Christ, it's someone in a fucking costume." You know.
First of all, even if she was a gunman in a stormtrooper outfit, she's not going to be able to hit the police car anyway. So. If she's lucky, she hits the Tim Hortons or something, you know. Hey, buddy,
Yeah.
we're just gonna bullet through the Tim Hortons window, eh? I mean, Jesus, come on, man. This poor girl.
I think the story even. Oh yeah, Cocoa Vanilla Galactic Cantina. So was the name of the store, and I think she said that she hasn't even seen the movie, so she didn't know what she was
Jeez.
So no, that was sad.
Good thing she didn't see Mississippi Burning, and they put her out there in a Klan outfit or something. Oh, I never saw the movie, so I don't know what this outfit is. Oh my Lord.
For Transformers, if you're a bot collector, they put their Toilet Troop artwork out there as a coloring page. Which I've been meaning to try this because Smurf Wreck from Branded in the 80s has done this with a couple Transformers coloring books where he scans them in and then he colors them in Photoshop, Peter. Wouldn't that be kind of cool? Because the line art is so good on them. You know, it's real easy to color them in Photoshop. So,
Peter, do you ever get that transforming toilet bowl third party general guy? Did you ever get him in?
Me? No,
Yeah.
I don't call
no,
it that.
I was
just
No, that doesn't fit me. This guy that confused. That's Lotus.
He only collects the world's smallest, and they better be world's smallest, not that Dollar Tree garbage. Otherwise, he'll rip you a new ass.
Yeah.
Revelations. I thought that was a fun wordplay there. So Kevin Smith answered fans. This is the new Netflix original anime series. I hate that.
I like that.
Throws that around, but Masters of the Universe Revelation. So this is the one that's going to pick up right after the last episode of the Filmation cartoon. And people were saying, well, it's anime. Oh, I bet you're murdering the design of the characters. And he says, nobody's been redesigned where you're going to be like, oh, that's the 2020 version. They all look like they're supposed to, and the story functions essentially as the next episode. So good to hear that. Again, of course they're going to be redesigned. They're not going to look like Filmations, but you know, I'm glad to hear that it's not going to be like a 2000X thing where people looked drastically different. And then just because I love Samara Weaving so much, I had to put this up there. So Samara Weaving is going to be playing Scarlet in the new Snake Eyes G.I. Joe Origins movie. So if you're not familiar with her, she played in Ready or Not, which was a pretty good horror movie. Not my favorite, but she also played in Mayhem. With I believe it was the guy from Harold and Kumar. That's very racist of me. I'm like, I know it was an Asian guy.
Is it the guy who went to go work for Obama in the White House, or the other guy? Because the Indian guy left acting for a while to go work for Obama in the White House.
Oh, did he? Do you know he
yeah.
has a new show where he's a failed politician?
Oh, maybe that's what it's about, because he did leave acting for a few years. He actually wanted to go and, you know, do something positive with his life. And I mean, not saying acting's not positive, but I mean, try to do something good.
Oh, it's not the guy from Harold and Kumar. It's Glenn from The Walking Dead. This movie is awesome.
Great way to
if you guys
stereotype
haven't
your
seen
Asians there.
it. Yeah, that's what I say. That's very racist.
Oh, Stephen Yeun. Okay.
But this is awesome. If you guys haven't seen it, I wouldn't necessarily call it a horror movie, more like a thriller with a lot of killing in it. But and then she also was the babysitter in The Babysitter, which is another. I don't know if that was a Netflix exclusive, but it was
never
on.
even heard of her before.
Yeah. She's really good. She's like a poor man's Margot Robbie, basically. But all three of those movies have really good twists in them.
Oh,
so
okay. I'll have to check them out.
Worth watching. Mrs. McFavorite's watching this Hollywood show on Netflix right now, and she's digging it. So, but. All right. Well, that has been our show, you guys. Oh, Cliff even corrected me.
Yep.
Sorry, Cliff. You guys are like a minute behind on the show. So but yeah, so it was Glenn from The Walking Dead. That was in mayhem. So yeah, I guess that's it. Not too bad. An hour 45. Yeah, thanks for coming on, Peter. We appreciate it. It was nice to have you on again.
Yeah, it was nice
Thank
to
you for having
podcast
me.
with you, Peter.
Thank you. Yeah, that's
And
awesome, man.
And now that your wife's doing her own YouTube channel, you need to tell her, hey, I am going to be on my podcast again. Because you're doing your own thing, I get to do my own thing again.
Yeah,
I told her
plug her channel.
Yeah, I told her that I want to be on, so don't bother me.
Well, and again, I know the issue was a conflict on Sunday night, so you can also come in on Mondays if that works for you.
Actually, with this new time change, you just said 3. That works perfect because that's right after where I can help prepare dinner. Because when you said about, was it 7 before you said, or 6?
It would be 6 your time.
Normally that would be rough. That's for prepared dinner. I have to help. So
yeah.
I don't think come on then. Yeah.
Well, on Mondays it's 8 your time. So is that after dinner?
Monday. I'm still not certain yet. So.
Because
this
was
a lot
only
of things around the house.
It'll normally be 4 o'clock Mountain, 6 p.m. Eastern after this. This was just because, one, I got yelled at by Mrs. McFavorite. And then today she's like, oh, you can record at the normal time. I'm like, God damn it. And Rock said this would work better with his Mother's Day.
Yeah, I'm in the same boat too because my wife just got home from visiting her mom like 15 minutes ago. So this actually worked out perfect. Yeah.
Nice.
So where's Lotus? Is he busy with some project?
Lotus, his weekends are his time to like do all of his yard work because he's still working like a shit ton of hours. So Lotus, Lotus does the Mondays and Rock does the Sundays because Rock works 12-hour days during the week as well. So Mondays don't.
Yeah.
Okay. That's why we don't have them on the same day. We alternate them so we can give different people opportunities to come on.
I see. Yeah, I might be seeing Rock more often than Lotus because Monday it's a different schedule for him. So
yeah. It's just notice I work outdoors and I take care of those houses out in the Hamptons and everything has to look perfect by Memorial Day and 4th of July. And now the people are already out there because they fled New York City. So my job has just gotten insanely busy because everybody's home and it takes longer to see how the sausage is made when everybody's home. Yeah. So it's just Mondays are a little hard for me, but Sundays is perfect. Every other week is great still.
So right on. All right. Well, we'll see you bitches sooner rather than later.
Later rather than sooner. Peace.
Peace. Fun show, everybody. Good show.
Yeah.